I started off with 2 sweet potato tubers like this. Let me show you what I've done 1.5 years and how I've done it to propagate these sweet potatoes. Hi everyone, today I'm gonna show you how we are preparing the sweet potato slips so that we can replant them and what you have to actually look out for. Behind me I have the sweet potato which I've been propagating for a long time, and I'm just going to show you how we do that and what to look out for. So this here is the potato slip, which I just cut it off from the plant, and well, this is a variety which is blooming, but doesn't matter. The average length of the sweet potato slip which we are going to use should be around between 15 to 20 centimeters, approximately 9-inch long. So what is important here is to recognize this is the tip. This is where it's going to continue to grow, and I don't want it to have too much leaves here, so I'm just going to cut this away, that the stem like this remains, and that's a sweet potato slip which you can use to grow further. Really simple and easy. Alright, what you see here, these are already planted 5 days long. The first 2 days they look like they're gonna die, but surprisingly they are thriving. So after a couple of days they're gonna stand up and grow, and I'm just waiting 2.5 months until I can try my luck again to harvest them. So back to the topic, how to place them and why. Sweet potato plants, the tubers, they're not building up here. They're going to build up here in the intersection of the plant. And we don't want to have the tubers deep in the root. We want to have it a little bit shallow in there. So the most ideal position to place them, I'm just going to use my finger, with a 45 degrees, and you lay them in there like that. That's how you lay them, and then you just push this, and that's it. And then you just leave them like that for the next remaining 2.5 months. And it sounds so simple, and I can tell you out from my experience, it is so simple. The only thing which is making the sweet potato growing difficult is the unexpected rain and some other pests which are starting to, well, eat your slips and start to bore into it to make they drill into the plant, and they are eating at the tubers. But that's the problem which appears 2.5 months later, and for sure I'm going to tell you how you can prevent that and also how to deal with that. But so far, that's the row of sweet potato plants which I've planted last week. But I had to be a little bit fast because the rain, we can see it's gonna rain again, but that's exactly perfect. Sweet potato plants, they don't have any issues with rain. I never found any issues with fungal disease, surprisingly. I thought, okay, they're gonna suffer in the rain like my melon plants, but surprisingly, the first 2.5 months when they are growing, they love the rain. But after 2.5 months, it must be dry, because they need to make the tubers, and when they're building up the tubers, initiating the tuber building, they want it dry. So I can only recommend, you don't need a big plot like mine. Get the sweet potato which you like in the supermarket, put them a little bit in water and start growing them, because these are the most delicious sweet potatoes which I ever had in my life. And well, I tried a lot of sweet potatoes for sure, but I never met sweet potatoes like this. And yeah, easy as it sounds, it is easy.